Hello, it's Tom Brooks here reporting for Downforce. We're here at the 2016 Cool FAB-Racing British Mini Bikes Championship for round 2 at Red Lodge. It's been a great weekend so far's worth of racing, lots and lots of action across all of the classes, the likes of the AC40 rookies, the AC40 pros, and into the mini GP classes as well as the sidecars. I'm here with Sophie McGinn. Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Tom. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Are you enjoying your weekend, doing the presenting, of course?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been so nice to come to Cool Fab and have such a great setup down in the paddock.
Fantastic, and of course you have been involved in racing as well. You do a bit of racing as well, as I understand it. So what exactly is it that you do? I
race the British Mini Bike Championship on a CRF 150. So growing up from a background of dirt bike racing, I finally took the jump and gone on to tarmac. So that seems like the only place to start, really.
Fantastic, and of course, so you've been around paddocks all your life then, so this is sort of a home away from home?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like I'm coming to work, to be honest. Yeah, it's certainly been great to get involved in it. I mean, obviously growing up around BSB and motocross and being around the paddock sort of lifestyle for well, since I can remember. Yeah, it's nice to actually get stuck in and do some work in there.
Is this your first ever Fab weekend?
Yes, it is. My other half, Scott, he's rode all the way through Fab since a young age, so it's nice to come and see the championship and what he's grown up in also.
And what have you been impressed with so far? It's a very professional paddock with of course Quattro plant here as well supporting it.
Yeah, great. I mean, the setup that the guys have got down there, obviously with Cool Milk, and even just the focus on the kids that they have here is amazing, and they're doing the medals after every race, getting them done and presenting them out, and the focus on it is just great, and they're getting some real publicity through obviously Quattro Plant Kawasaki being here. And
of course you were out on the sidecar yesterday at lunchtime as well. How did that come about?
It was an eye-opener. I was speaking to the guys yesterday, and it's one of those bucket list things that I've always wanted to do. You know, I did the Wall of Death last year on the handlebars. So that for me, it's always been one of them things. And I saw the guys getting it out, and I was like, right then, can I have a go? And they're like, yeah, sure. So it was a little bit scary to start off with, and Ricky and Ryan, they were great and made me feel pretty safe on there. And yeah, getting it opened up down that straight as well was certainly an eye-opener.
Yeah, fantastic. And of course, we've got a nice day for the final day's worth of running. It's been very, very wet and very miserable for the vast majority of the weekend, hasn't it? So, of course, lots of different racing going on between the different classes. Who's impressed you this weekend?
Definitely Joshua Watley. He's always been a consistent rider. You know, I've followed him for quite a while now, and he's signed with a team in Spain, which has started doing the Spanish Championships, but he's really pushing through. And Elliot Pinson as well is another one that I've picked up on the past couple of days. He's really been, putting the times in and giving Josh a bit of a run for his money.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been very interesting. The likes of Franco Bourne, of course, he's very quick in the dry, so with these dry conditions it'll be interesting to see. And of course it's going to be very interesting as well because we haven't actually had a dry session this weekend at all. It's been very wet and very miserable. I mean, I'm sure as you will know, I mean, how much of a challenge is it going from wet to dry?
It's really challenging because halfway around the circuit, especially when it was like it was this morning, you can be 3 wet corners onto a straight, it's dry, and then 2 dry corners. So you really have to sort of make that decision as late as possible before you go out for that race. So it'll be interesting to see how the boys get on.
Yeah, sure. We've already seen a couple of spills this morning on colder tyres, etc. as well. So, as you said, you're the other half to Scott Redding. So he's had a very good start to the season. It's been sort of interesting in the first couple of rounds over to Pramet for this year. But he seems pretty happy with the whole environment in the team.
Yeah, I mean, Pramac have been great. It's so nice to see him relaxed on a bike. I mean, I know last year he had a bit of trouble with when he was on the Honda because he just wasn't built right because he's quite tall for it. But when now you see him on the Ducati and he can move around a lot more comfortably. And apart from the little tyre incident they had a couple of weeks ago, but no, it's nice to see him get that drive back and start pushing up the grid.
Yeah, what sort of expectations has he got for the season? Does he think podiums are in reach?
I think probably the next couple of rounds we should hopefully see him on the podium. I mean, he showed at Texas what he can do. He finished top 6. So it's nice to see that Pramac are putting that belief in him and pushing him and want him to get that top spot.
Yeah, sure, exactly. It's looking to be very, very good and a good environment. I mean, is it a long-term deal he's got with the team? Is it a couple of years associated?
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. So
brilliant, fantastic. So just going back to Cool Fab very, very quickly as well for 2016 as well. As I said, we've got the Quattro Plant and Hospitality here. We've got Ricky and Ryan here from the teams. They were joining us on commentary yesterday as well, which was really good. And we've got Luke Mossy here as well. And how important do you think it is to have these riders coming in and giving a lot of support to the riders that are just sort of starting out in their motorcycle career?
I think it's really important because it also gives that bit of something back to the kids where, you know, these guys are their idols. You know, the BSB riders and Ricky and Ryan, the sidecar guys, they're the people that become the kids' idols and give them a chance to work towards a goal. So it's really good to see the guys actually coming down and wanting to support the kids and give them that bit of something back, really.
Fantastic. And of course, you've done a lot of presenting and a bit of commentating on motocross, etc. So how does this compare with the likes of other work that you've done?
It's just fun. All of it is just great, and a lot of it I just want to ride a lot of the time, so I'm sitting here with itchy hands, but no, it's nice to be able to give that something back with what I do to the kids. So a lot of the time it's helping them with them speaking on camera and presenting the trophies out and things like that, so it's nice to be able to give back. And
giving them that media training, of course, is only going to help them going forward in their career.
Yeah, definitely. And like you see, we've got the likes of Joshua Watley, Elliot Pinson, those young guys that are going to push through, and you can see they're going to make it big. It's just we're giving them the building blocks to do that.
There we are, fantastic. And how can we keep up to date with everything that's happening Sophie McGinn this year? Because you're going to be doing a lot of things, I'm sure.
Yeah. You can go onto my Twitter page. I've got a Facebook page also for my presenting. So it's just at Sophie McGinn on Twitter. So
marvellous. There we are, fantastic. Well, this is Tom Bruce, been reporting for Downforce Radio, and we'll see you next time.